Start the clock.
Good morning, kiddies. Dr. Freedom here with you. Time some Doctor Who news. Oh, I forgot to adjust the camera beforehand. That's my bad. All right. Oh, yeah. One of these days I may have to get a new one. This one's getting a bit old and beat up. I've had this one a couple of years now. Oh, it's hard to believe. Whew. Oh, well, but lots of interesting stuff going on in the Whoniverse today. And, of course, you know, over the weekend we heard Osgood was back. That's why we did that special Omega Files, because we had a bunch of people who couldn't make it for the vampires one because they didn't get a chance to watch the movie. You know, real life intervened. So I said, screw it. Why don't we just get together and we'll take a look at the Zygon photos, you know, Osgood photos and whatnot. Because there was a ton of stuff that came out on Doctor Who set reports. So, and also Doctor Who filming on Facebook. And I figured, let's just sit down and have a talk about it. So that's what we did. So if you want to go catch the last Omega Files, which is the Zygon Curse of Osgood, you know, it's still up. I hope y'all enjoy it. Plus, I threw a few bangs and flashes in. It's a new format I'm trying out for the Omega Files to make it a little bit more peppy, a little bit more lively. Throw in just a few more things here and there to give you a little surprise if you watch. So that way, you know, you get a little bit more to your experience other than just watching a bunch of, you know, old Whovians and some young ones sit around and complain or you know, criticize and whatnot. And yeah, so there you go if you want to go check that out. Oh, of course, the big thing that's wearing on my mind because I got so many things going on. I've been sitting down, sorting through viewer questions and whatnot, and that is we are now T-minus 1 week to Sophie Aldred. Oh man, I am just so hyped on this, man. It's crazy. I just can't wait to, you know, sit down, have a chat with her. All right, now a lot of people got misconstrued on this. This is just going to be an interview, you know, basically one-on-one, just like how we started out with Simon Fisher-Becker. Now, hopefully, if things can pan out and we can arrange it, and if she's up for it, I'd like to have her come back for a Q&A session. But like I said, that's up to her. I got to go through her agent and whatnot. And you see, the thing is like, she's really, really busy. I had to take a Monday off just so we could get Sophie on, because her weekends are all full. She's doing Strangers in Space. She's doing Big Finish Audio. She's on the convention circuit right now. This is just one, you know, busy, busy lady. Okay, so looking forward to doing that. I'm just so hyped because this is one of my favorite companions of the classic series. So I'm really looking forward to sitting down, maybe hitting her with a few questions she might not have heard before. So I've been studying all her previous, you know, interviews and whatnot like that, just to see if I can find something that, you know, we haven't covered. You know, because it's always fun to do something, you know, besides sit there and chat about Doctor Who, because she chats about Doctor Who all the time. You know, so I like to throw something different in there and make it a little bit interesting, give you a little variety. Okay, so let's move on to, okay, now if you go on over to Twitter and you use that peppy little hashtag DWSR, you get the Doctor Who set reports. Now, this was picked up earlier tonight, and this was over at Lydestep Flats, which, by the way, does that stairwell look familiar? And if I remember right, wasn't the Lydestep Flats used for, if you go to the other side of it, it was Rose's you know, place she lived at. I can't remember the name of it. Somebody put it in the thing if you remember. Sorry, it's just I'm having a brain fart on it right now. So this is a very, you know, been used quite. Matter of fact, I think this was also used in It's been used for Clara's place before, that stairwell, if I remember right, because you can see it from the building as you're approaching it. And was it the Christmas special that one year? I see I'm brain farting. You know, help me out if you want. Type it in the comment box, and then I'll go, oh crap, that's right. Now I remember that episode. Okay. But moving on from that, if you run on over to FLICKR, and I'm going to leave you the address. This is put up by a fella named who calls himself Lee on Twitter. And he has got some really, really good high-def photos. I mean, just to give you an idea of how high-def he goes. You can almost read that right there in her hand, man. So, and there's a whole lot of these if you scroll through. I'll leave you this address right here so you can go check this out. This is over on FLICKR. All right, moving on, though, if you want to see some more beautiful pics, Over on the Daily Mail, she's a cool writer. Jenna Coleman helmets up and joins forces with Peter Capaldi as production for the next series of Doctor Who continues in Cardiff. Remember, they're shooting, from her, it's episodes 7 and 8 right now, which is block 4. Okay. She's been hard at work over the past few weeks filming the 9th series of Doctor Who. On Monday, Jenna Coleman joined forces with co-star Peter Capaldi as cast and crew continue with the production on location in Cardiff, Wales. All right. And we already know about this. She looked flawless as ever in a dark leather sleeve coat with tailored trousers and a breezy white blouse before sliding on a biker's helmet. And if you go on down through here, you get to see all the photos and whatnot. That's the outfit they're referring to. My God, look at the size of the heels they got on this gal. And then, of course, we go into Capaldi, and he's signing autographs for fans there. If you keep scrolling down, you hit it. And, of course, wow, check out that helmet, man. All right. All right, there's her outfit again. This little thing between takes. Must have been a bit breezy that day. But if you keep going down here, I'm assuming this was given to Capaldi by a fan. He's talking to these gals here, and then he throws this onto his show, and he's obviously having a good time sitting there signing autographs, talking to kids. That's what I love about Capaldi, man. A lot of people were saying all these stars are mean, evil people and all that. Capaldi actually went to the BBC, Moffat, and the rest of them and said, look, I want more lunchtime so I can go. And does he want more lunchtime for himself? No, he wanted to get more lunchtime so he could go spend some more time with the fans. That is how hyped this guy is. We all know he's been a Doctor Who fan since he was very, very young. And, he knows the experience of trying to, being a Doctor Who fan and then growing up to be the Doctor, man. It's awesome. He's just such a nice guy. Okay. And then jumping over here to Wales Online, Doctor Who Series 9, Jenna Coleman films new Doctor Who scenes in Cardiff. And, of course, it's going to be more of these, but they also throw in a different gallery here. Well, that's right. I forgot to bring this up. All right, hang on. Whoa, I missed it. If you go up to here, you'll notice that's the same helmet her stunt double is wearing in this particular sequence here for that one episode. So the helmet gets a more than one appearance, maybe. Okay. Also, this was interesting. According to Adam Orford, who, by the way, is now an honorary crew member, according to some of the security guards on set earlier, tomorrow's filming is in the studio, and then they're back off to Spain. And, of course, Gurley Letter says film trucks have arrived at Barry Island. No signs of it yet. They're in the Friar Point car park. So if you're down in that area, you may want to go check that out if you're into it. But this is also, I've heard this from someone else as well, from another source, not just him. This is through a friend of mine. So it could be that this is what's going on, but why are they going back to Spain, I wonder? Okay. So, all right. Sorry about that. I had a little malfunction in my share screen. Okay, let's go back to this. Okay. Moving on. Okay, over on Digital Spy and the TV news, Doctor Who will go on indefinitely, says former Dr. Peter Davison. That Peter Davison has spoken about his old show, Doctor Who, saying he believes it will go on indefinitely. Now, Davison, who played the Doctor between 1981 and 84, says as long as Russell T. Davies and Stephen Moffat, and I love, once again, look at how well these online articles are edited now. They can't even spell somebody's name right anymore. Continue to work on the show. He expects it to be around for the foreseeable future. And it's just a short interview. He was talking to Bang Showbiz about Doctor Who, says he'll think it go on fairly indefinitely. And like I said, it's not a big thing, but if you're a fan of Peter Davison, I'll leave it here for you to go check out for yourself. Terrance Dicks turned 80 yesterday, and he was arguably the most prolific contributor to Doctor Who, as well as being a script editor in the Pertwee era. He also wrote a number of memorable adventures for the television series, including both the introductory story Robot for the Fourth Doctor, Tom Baker, and the series' own 20th anniversary celebration, The Five Doctors. And his target novelizations have accounted for over 60 of the Doctor's adventures, and he was later invited to write a story for the launch of the Virgin New Adventures in 1991, Timeward Exodus, and then to launch the new official range of BBC books in 1996 with the 8 Doctors, and he has written for 21st Century Who, contributing the quick reads books Made of Steel and Revenge of the Jadoon, and he also wrote the novelization of the Sarah Jane Adventures pilot, Invasion of the Bane. So nice to see Terrance. He's out there. He's still going at it. big contributor to Doctor Who, but if you want to find out more about him, boom, right here. Okay, and lastly for today, this is an opinion piece, so take it as you will, but I thought it was very interesting. So I thought this was over on Fansided. The dead need to stay dead on Doctor Who. And I can see his point in a way, because what happens is when you take away the fear factor, being one of your key fears, fear of death, and you turn it into something, well, that person's just going to pop back up in a couple of episodes anyway, or they're going to find a timey-wimey solution to bring them back, or something like that. If you do that, then you take away fear. Without fear, there can't be tension. Without fear, there can't be suspense. Without fear, there cannot be true drama. You see, it just gets to be phony after a while. Well, I already got guys taking bets on Danny Pink suddenly somehow coming back out of the nether sphere. So it's just gotten crazy. But so I can see as a thing, and if you want to read it, go right ahead. If you don't, I just thought it was an interesting piece given what's been going on in the show. One of the things I liked about Series 8 is you had people getting whacked left and right by Daleks again, and there wasn't suddenly, ooh, look, let's press the magic button and they're all back alive. You see, that's the problem. That's not the way it works. If you want good storytelling, there's got to be sacrifice. That's just the way it is. Well, that's all I got for you tonight. Oh, heck, we're T-minus 1 week now to Sophie Aldred. I'm still jittering a bit. I am still a bit nervous, man. And I just have a eerie feeling I have butterflies in my stomach that whole morning. Also, we got the Omega Files. We pushed back Vampires 1 week so we could do, the Zygon Curse of Osgood this last week. Basically, it's just, a bunch of us got together. We looked at all of the set photos that were available then. And then I made sure to try to give credit to as many of those folks out on Twitter and all that who put up set photos as I could in the comment box and whatnot. Plus, I tried to put their names up on the video so that way you know who they are and what they've contributed and whatnot. Because I don't like using other people's work unless it's credit. Now, I use a lot of photos before, but the problem is I couldn't remember where I got half of them. So if anyone contacted me and said, look, that's my photo, I'd automatically go back and I'd put something in the box for it. But, that's what we do. So keep that in mind as you move on into the future. Oh my God, did I have a neat moment? Okay, so I'll catch you all later. Take it easy. Have a good one. See ya.